Welcome everyone, my name is Kelly T. Smith, and this is the weekly Oracle card reading this week we're going to be using the Guiding Light Oracle cards. My name is Kelly T. Smith. I'm the author of the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle Cards app, as well as the Guiding Light Oracle Cards app. And each week I do a weekly Oracle card reading. I switch on and off between the two of them, either the Guiding Light or the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle card. So be sure and check out my blog at www.soulsearchingzone.com because every week I do a weekly video blog. So if you go there, you'll see this week's video reading with some more coaching tips and an affirmative prayer and just more in-depth reading in general. Okay, so I start with a three-card reading to look at the energy of the week ahead. You always want to get still and quiet and focus on whatever you are requesting guidance for. And in our case, we're requesting clarity for the energy of the week ahead. So this last week was very interesting. A lot of purging. You might have experienced some relationship endings, some releasing as far as what you think you wanted, because you're getting more clarity about what you really want. So this is exciting to move into this week's energy and see what's going on this week. Feels like new beginnings. Okay, so you always want to focus, get quiet, and then when you feel ready, you'll draw the cards. Wow, this is exciting. So it's just such a big theme with finding clarity and direction and life purpose. The energy of this week looks like, again, we're starting off with the energy of focusing on believing in our path, believing in our dream, figuring out what we want, figuring out where we're headed. But the Starry Night card really holds the energy of believing that all things are possible. And when you can believe that all things are possible, you can align with that and you get to experience that in your life. So we'll look at that card in a minute. For this week, we got the Starry Night, which is all about believing in your dreams. The limiting belief is rise above, and new possibilities is golden stars. So let me go ahead and tune into the first card. A starry night. The beaming and glistening light from the stars remind you that there is hope for your future. So as I tune into the energy of this card, do not feel hopeless or worried or concerned if right now you're feeling a little lost. Spirit's saying the energy of this card is about feeling lost, maybe not having the direction that you would like to have, kind of rearranging things in your life to figure out who you are and what you want and where you're going in life. And so as things are being kind of redirected in your favor, so they might look a little messy at first, as things are being redirected and relationships are changing and what you thought you wanted, you don't want anymore. All of those kind of things that feel like everything is just thrown up, like a little bit of chaos as far as not really knowing what direction we're headed in. So here's the thing, you know what direction you're headed in, or you thought you knew what direction you're headed in, but there's just been a lot of changes. So you're really having a heart-to-heart about what you truly desire, what you really, really want in your life, and believing that that's possible. Again, I'm getting a lot of messages around financial stuff, believing that you kind of that feeling of like you capped out financially, like you're challenging your beliefs in money this week. You're challenging where you can bring in new money, where you can make new money. And a lot of us sometimes cap out at a certain amount. That means that we only believe at a subconscious level that we can make a certain amount. And this card is challenging us to move past that and to really look at that this week and let that go, because new opportunities are coming, and we're going to move in a new direction. And it's important this week that you take care of yourself, do the self-care, and work on releasing those limited beliefs that say you can't have what you really want, and releasing those limited beliefs that have to do with like you capping out at a certain amount. So financial security is a big message that's coming through. Let's look at this card. The beaming and glistening light from the stars remind you that there is hope for the future. From far away, way up high above you, in the darkness of the night, is a glistening light of hope, the star. The star is here to guide you and steer you in the right direction. It is there to bring you hope for the future. What you want may not be here as of yet, but it can and it will be if you're willing to go the distance. The successful outcome that you desire is assured when the starry night shows up as a beacon of light in your reading. It reminds you that success does not happen overnight. Success actually happens through a series of events that lead to the successful outcome. These events make the successful outcome possible. There is no such thing as failure, because what you think is failure is actually the knowledge and understanding that you need to learn to get you to where you are headed. No event or experience in your life is separate from another. These events work together to take you to the destination of your choosing. Continue to watch for the glistening star in the darkness of the night, and remember that your desired outcome is inevitable if you refuse to give up. Perseverance is what is required from you now. There will always be hope for your future as long as you choose to follow the guiding light of the star. So the guiding light of the star, I'm really getting the message that means just getting very focused and very, very clear about the direction you're heading in this week. The limited belief is rise above. You will gain clarity on this situation when you can see it from a higher perspective. So this card is all about outside influences challenging us and getting caught up in other people's opinions and what they think about us, getting caught up in what other people say we can and can't do. And the energy of this card has a lot to do with relationship endings as well. So let me go ahead and tune into the energy of this card. So moving forward for next week, it's really important for you not to get fixated on what others think of you. It's really important for you not to get pulled down by what other people want from you either. And if you come up against a challenge, find yourself in a meditation state where you can learn from it and grow from it rather than let it pull you down. Because a lot of times if we get in like a conflict with a friend or a relative or something like that, we let the energy of that situation pull us down when really we should be able to learn from it, grow from it, let it go. And the rise above energy is all about looking at the energy from a higher level of awareness. What is this person here to teach me? What are they in my life so that I can learn from them? Why did this happen? And what can I get out of it if I shift my perspective to looking at the bigger picture? Right now, you may be stuck in a mindset that's blocking you from seeing the bigger picture. Your angels and guides come to you today and remind you to rise above your current situation. Whatever you're going through, there's a higher perspective waiting to be shown to you. Nothing is lost, you're not alone, and the situation can be resolved. Imagine that you're floating above. The higher you go, the more you'll see. Begin to temporarily detach from this current situation and look at it from an outsider perspective. What do you see? What do you feel? What advice, if any, would you give the other people who are going through this? Now imagine that you're going up even higher. Imagine from this level you can see everything, even things you couldn't see before. Notice how things start to look and feel different from this level of mindset. Right now, you are too close to the situation to be able to see it clearly. It's time for you to give yourself some space to put things into perspective. So if you find yourself getting challenged by anybody this week, just Pull back for a little while so that you can detach from any of those overwhelming feelings and emotions that kind of that pull you down. Because when you focus on that negativity, then you can't really see the bigger picture and the guidance that's trying to come in for you. And all of this is happening for the new possibilities of the golden stars. So this is exciting. Whatever you've been looking forward to, whatever you've been waiting for, whatever you've been working towards, whatever you've been manifesting, that's where we're headed now. The golden stars. The stars are lining up for the perfect opportunity. I love the energy of this card. The opportunity that you've been waiting for has finally arrived. If you're asking, is this the one? Will this work out for me? Should I move forward with this, or will this happen? The answer is definitely yes. The opportunity has been written in the stars a long time ago. In other words, this is your destiny. It was never a matter of if this was going to happen. It was always a matter of when this was going to happen. If you have not received the news of your golden opportunity just yet, this is your sign that it's on its way now. Have patience and continue to persevere. The stars are lining up for you, and the good news is on its way to you very soon. This card could also represent good fortune, prosperity, and abundance. Awesome. So, that was the message at the beginning of this reading, was about financial freedom and really releasing those limited beliefs and aligning with prosperity and abundance and believing that you can have whatever it is you desire. And the end results is new opportunities that are headed your way. So I absolutely love the energy of this week's reading. If you'd like to get even more coaching tips, check out my blog at www.soulsearchingzone.com. Until next week, thank you.